a significant amount of weight over the time that we like saw each other. And he mentioned it to me, like, and he also would have like, it'd be hard for him to walk uphill, maybe, possibly.
Well, there ain't no way to know without just taking one and finding out.
You also might want to check and see that's what that really is, because I'm not 1,000% sure that's what that is. You might want to look up like, what the identifier thing is, because for all I know, it's something else.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name's host Eric.
That doesn't look like the pill that is in it.
Right, well, let's see what these pills are.
I don't know what else it could be, then.
What they look like.
It was like in another bag that was labeled that, or for some reason that like was like the only thing that it could be.
Let's see if they have any identifying markers on them. A small orange pill with the number 25 on it. Let's see. Yeah, those are Seroquel.
So that may be the tiniest dose then, if that's really a 25 milligram, and they give it out in 200s.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's probably on the safer side, I guess.
Yeah, I'll take one of those and see how it goes.
Does it say what it does? What the mechanism is?
Let's see. For helping to restore the balance of certain natural substances, neurotransmitters in the brain's medication can decrease hallucinations and improve your concentration.
More clearly about your positive, really? It helps you think more clearly and positive. Wow. Okay. I didn't think that it did that. I thought it was like a downer. That's so like vague. To balance your neurotransmitters? That almost sounds like bullshit.
Well, it's an atypical type of antipsychotic drug. I don't know. I want to know more about it. But I'm going to Google how does Seroquel work.
Dopamine, serotonin. So if you're already on something that's no, you're on the norepinephrine, then, not on a
Well, I mean, Adderall's a dopamine thing.
Okay.
So,
Okay. But if it quiets you, I wonder if it would be like a thing that turns it off. Like what you learned last time, you learned before that shrooms could be numbed by like Xanax, right?
right.
I wonder if this would like depotentiate or whatever what you're already doing. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, I
Does
don't
it not
know.
work straight away, really?
Well, they say that about a lot of drugs, and it's bullshit. They say that about Prozac, and it worked like that when Rachel took it. It was crazy.
Okay.
So I'll try one of those when it's
Yeah,
bedtime.
I thought it was
See how
something
it
you would.
feels.
Yeah, I thought you'd notice it immediately, just from what I. But
I
damn, it's
think
been
you do
years.
notice it immediately. I think that's bullshit. All right, let's pull up the old live stream so I can see if anybody's saying anything in the chatteroo. I'll push mute on this. So Cameron's in town. He arrived today, and he brought gifts, and he received gifts. It's like we're a couple of Asians.
Little red envelopes.
Yeah. Uh, he also brought the chainsaw that I asked him to purchase. I will pay him back for that, obviously. But and we took out the little car today into the wilderness, and sure enough, we encountered a log in our way that we could have chopped up with a chainsaw, but we didn't have them ready to go yet, you know. I also bought a pressure washer today, a Honda pressure washer. I don't know if it was refurbished or a floor model or whatever, but I think I got a really good price on it for under $400. And it's a gasoline powered one, and I plan to squirt off some stuff that I want to squirt off. You know, like the gray stuff on the wall out there, some paint areas, but there are these curly cues that are kind of fragile above the garage. I'm not sure how I'm going to get the paint off of those without breaking them.
I was kind of thinking, I mean, if it were me and I just had a little painting job to do, I'd get out my wire brush.
Yeah, a wire brush isn't a bad idea.
You know, it's sort of, but you even with that, you might want to hold it with your other hand. And hello, famous people at home.
Hello, Cameron. Say the famous people at home.
I felt darn right popular earlier today. You had all these like people on your show, like Cameron, have a good trip and all. Hello.
Yeah, well, you're famous. You're famous around talking to famous people.
Guess I am.
Right now, obviously, we don't have a lot of people present, but that typically changes after a while, you know. Where did I put? I'm gonna get this lighter over here. Oh, there's my lighter.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is you could be live streaming, and YouTube won't tell me that you're live streaming until I click on another video, and then on the side it'll tell me that you're live streaming. It's like you're maybe not paying them enough or something.
Yeah, we do have an email chain.
Oh, okay.
That. Oh, thanks, Lou. Rachel Lou just said she sent out an email.
Oh, thank you, Luther.
So, you know, we drove out in the wilderness again today, and once again, We didn't see any other people out there. It was just us and the whole wilderness to ourselves. It was amazing. It's amazing how much we have the whole wilderness to ourselves. It's crazy.
We saw what we could not identify running up ahead of us.
We saw
some animal.
some
I
animal,
missed
yeah.
that. I
Oh, we
totally
saw
missed it.
turkeys too.
Yeah, turkeys.
At least 2 or 3 turkeys.
The animal we saw running was, in my opinion, either a fox or a bobcat. You hear Tim Curry all of Wilderness Girls?
I've never seen that.
I've never heard of Wilderness Girls.
Yeah, me neither.
Wilderness girls.
But it was just lovely. We after we got thwarted by that log, we drove up to the top of this very steep hill. I don't know what the slant on it was, but if it had been much steeper, I don't think we would have been able to go up it. It was
Yeah.
very, very steep. Very steep incline. And we got to the top of it, no problem. Got back down, no problem. A little wilderness car is a real workhorse.
It is.
It really kicks butt.
Yeah.
You would think it would have a high top speed.
No.
Nope. It does its gnarlying at low speed.
Yeah,
It
Yeah.
does it very well.
it does.
Well, it's perfectly suited for what it's suited for, you know. And here's the thing: we drove over to Fish Camp to go to this wedding fair. It's on the other side of Mariposa, basically. It's if you go down through Oakhurst and back up around like past Bass Lake, you get back into Mariposa County. Like Bass Lake's in Madera County. You go past that, you get back into Mariposa County. The south entrance to Yosemite, we drove over there to go to a wedding fair. But instead of being a wedding fair, it was just cornhole, right? But the thing is, I'm glad to hear, Mr. Bobby, you watched that Fred Armisen SNL video with him getting hit by the car.
Oh my gosh, Ludafe. I feel like we're missing out on something.
What is the Wilderness Girls? Like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, Delinquent Girl Teen Gang is the name of that sketch. It's fantastic.
Sounds popular. Like, sounds like a popular YouTube search.
Big hello to Cameron.
What's up, y'all? Hey, Mr. Bobby. Hey, Luda Faye. Whoever else is back there, not saying words yet.
Yeah. So I'll have to check out Tim Curry Wilderness Girls. I will check it out. But anyway, we got to the top of that hill and we looked all around. A big view all around. We didn't see anybody.
Is Mr. Bobby like English or Australian or New Zealander?
He's an American.
Okay, the good on ya. That's like some cool Australian stuff.
He's a real. That's good. And you? So, got a lot of stuff to do around here, but you know, we're making some progress. We had hoped to get a couple things checked off our list to go into that wedding fair,
Yeah,
but instead, we just got cornhole.
we just got cornhole.
So we're gonna have to find. We still have to find a florist to come to our house and do the flowers for the wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and we still need to find a baker to bake us a cake as fast as she can.
Yes. We need an efficient.
We need an officiant, yeah, to officiate our wedding. We need the fastest baker in all the lands to bake us a cake as fast as she can.
Mhm.
Bake it in pots and bake it in pans. Bake it with feet and bake it with hands. But bake us a cake as fast as you can. You fastest baking bake in the land. Thanks.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, yes.
Over here.
Yes.
And you know, I gotta say also there were not very many mosquitoes out in the wilderness tonight.
I saw a few. If you got close, I got bit 0 times. So that's actually good mosquito juju or mojo or whatever it is.
Well, there are more mosquitoes here at the house than there were out in the wilderness because we're closer to water here. Our stream's still running.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it significantly similar than like to before?
Yeah, he's still going solid. It's still streaming along, making a good amount of sound. All the other little streams have pretty much stopped around here, but ours has persisted.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool, but it also means there's a few more mosquitoes around here than there are up high up where we were on that hill. So this morning I took mushrooms, and that was fine. Unremarkable, I'd say in general. I did have the dry heaves. I didn't actually throw up anything, but I went full blast in my attempt. But then I felt better. Rachel and I went into town. We had lunch at a delicious Mexican restaurant
Yeah.
that we did not even know existed until today. It's right there on the main drag, but we had not seen it for some reason. Just it landed in the blind spot of our eyes. And today we said, hey, look at that Mexican restaurant. Let's try that. And we both got carnitas chimichangas. Wet. And they were delicious.
They were delicious.
How spicy?
They weren't spicy. The burritos weren't spicy. I like this Mexican restaurant a lot more than the other Mexican restaurant in town, which is good, but is run by white people and is not like a traditional Mexican restaurant. This Mexican restaurant is like a straight up traditional Mexican restaurant.
I didn't know that, Chris Chapin. Hey y'all, did you know that tortilla means little tart or little cake?
I did not know that. But don't you think maybe it means little tort? Have you thought about that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that taco means vagina?
What's concha mean?
That means conch shell. Or conch, as some people call it. So anyway, tortillas are fine. Nobody's objecting to tortillas. Least of all me. But a burrito literally means little donkey. That's true. But I've never been confused by that. I've never been like, where's my little donkey when I order a burrito? What the hell is this cylinder thing? I thought I was getting a little donkey.
A bean and cheese donkey. Wet.
I thought I was getting a wet bean and cheese donkey. What's going on here? Sir, there's no such thing as a bean and cheese donkey.
How about one stuffed with pork? Carnitas.
There's no carnitas donkeys either, sir. Senor. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, senor. You cannot have a donkey with carnitas. There was one thing I didn't love about the Mexican restaurant today. Their chips. They sprinkled some red stuff on them. I don't know why. Maybe it was seasoned salt or something, but
That's weird.
it's not like they tasted bad. It's just, why did you sprinkle this red stuff on the chips?
Yeah. I was wondering that too. Yeah, what was that?
Seasoning salt, maybe? One thing I have to do fairly often, like right now, is I have to get a paper towel and wipe away all of this resin that gathers right here. Because it gets on your lips and it tastes gross.
Yeah.
I've got my little alcohol sprayer if you want to really make it happen.
Well, Cameron,
If you really want to own it,
that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
so make you all fixed up.
Alright. Spray a little bit of it here.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna just give it the old bugity bow, bugity bee. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. And then I'll get it the other side too. You want me to do yours too, Rachel?
Sure. Thank you. It doesn't need too much, it looks like.
Well, if yours is like mine, can't necessarily even see it really around you. You can just taste it.
It does get on my lips.
I mean, it's gross tasting, right?
Yeah. And then sometimes it'll stay there and I didn't even know that it was like I had a black mark on my lip the whole time.
Well, there, that should be better now.
Thanks.
Thanks, Cameron.
Yeah, thanks, Cam.
But
Of course, the ISTJ has a little bottle, spray bottle of rubbing alcohol to clean his travel bong with. How ISTJ is that?
I don't even have it. This is just my bong. I don't even like have a travel bong anymore. It's just like the kit is the kit. I'm not flying on airplanes, you know. Like I don't have a passport.
Well, next time you come visit us, I think you should take a helicopter here.
I could probably get like a little helicopter at Aldi, little remote control helicopter. I could take a helicopter here next time.
Or a hot air balloon.
That'd be fun.
If you could manage the hot air balloon ride all the way from Los Angeles to here, I'd be very impressed at your hot air balloon captaincy skills.
I would too.
I'm sure it's easy. You know, you just aim that direction.
The thing is, there's not a lot of steering on a hot air balloon.
You really are on top of the weather currents, though. Your elevation will determine what wind flow you're in. So you really, literally will be able to steer yourself with how high you are. But you'll also be really high on the weed. So I don't know if you'll be too good at it.
Right, you gotta have really precise command over your elevation air current predictions.
I think you can actually use some sort of science and figure it out. Like I think it might be known stuff.
Science, I don't trust that science.
You use like routes that are known previously. Like there's a certain current at a certain I don't know predominant winds like over a certain mountain range or whatever.
Well, let's say you were trying to get up into the jet stream. That'd be too high up. You'd probably run out of air.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to take some.
You have to take some air with you.
Yeah. Get a little vial of oxygen. Or a little baggie. Just breathe back and forth into the baggie of oxygen.
Well, it makes me wonder if there's enough air for the hot air balloon to keep going up. I mean, how much air do they need to be inside of the hot air balloon for the hotness of the air to make it go up?
I think that first on the ground, you've got to blow a fan into it to get it started, and then once it has some air in there, just blasting the jet thingy will force air to be in there.
But even if you're at like 30,000 feet?
You might have to have some really, really big sack thing. No, I don't know. I don't know that it's going to work at that elevation, actually. No, I don't think it will. I think it works at lower elevation. To be up there, you'd have to have some special helium balloon thing, which also would be a big bad idea.
I'm sober as fuck and life is pain. That's what Atma Bodhi says.
Yeah, so I'll second that at my Bodhi. Except for the sober part.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty sober. You know, it's like...
These lights make me feel sober.
I forgot. I was looking at those little pills.
Oh, I thought you did it on purpose. My bad. Like, you did do it on purpose, but I thought you meant on purpose.
I just turned around and looked at those little pills.
It's not the YouTube sacrifice eyes.
The
good lighting.
I could put on this light to give us a little bit of a reddish hue.
That's cool.
That's pretty neat, huh? See, Cameron, look what it looks like.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, we found that in the attic too, right?
Yep.
Wow, that's super cool.
It's like we're old-timey miners.
Yeah! That's why we really moved here.
Yeah. We have our old-timey mining lamp. Okay. 102 days of amphetamines. You think that's what we should name the hot air balloon? I like it. I like that name. I gotta pee. I'll be right back.
Off amphetamines. Oh.
Off of. Is that to say that Atma Bodhi is 102 days off?
I believe so.
Amphetamines?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't read enough stuff, or like I'll read from the bottom up, and that might not be the best way to follow this stuff, but that's how I naturally always do it.
Oh.
Do you? Do you go top to bottom and then scroll, or just never scroll? How do you do it?
How do I do it? I go by the middle.
Oh wow. I would
Yeah.
either go top to bottom, bottom up, but I just always go bottom up, and then I would scroll up a little bit, maybe.
That's funny. Yeah, I usually hone in on something random, and then if I like it, I'll read it out loud, and then I try to, yeah.
Neurogroove, where are you that you wing it around those parts instead of using science, my religion? wonder if when I introduce myself to people who I know speak Spanish, sometimes I will say, like, yeah, I'm Cameron. Just because they won't remember Cameron, but they know Cameron.
Yeah. That's smart.
And then they smile, usually.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah, I got a smile. Yeah, for sure.
Wow. Cameron. I should introduce myself as Raquel then.
Yo soy Raquel.
Yeah, that was my Spanish name in Spanish class, so.
Oh, nice. I think I had a dumb name like Juan or something.
Really?
I don't think I got to be El Cameron.
Oh, that would have been so, like.
It would have been good, but they assign you these, like, names that aren't even your name. You know, it's weird.
Man.
But I don't remember what it was. I just know, like, in my adulthood, people who speak Spanish have called me Cameron. It makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's so close to the.
It's already there.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
already
your name.
there.
To be the shrimp, it's fine, because, like, I'm tall. To be the shrimp is fine. I don't care. You can call me the shrimp.
Yeah, right.
Works for me. And I'm from the dictatorship of Canada, Cameron.
What is the is it a democratic? What is it in Canada? What kind of government? I don't know a lot about Canada. Representative democracy. Okay, so it's like ours.
You just have to say a lot.
A.
And you probably have experienced hockey.
Yes.
Like, you know everything about hockey. Something would happen in hockey and you'd be like, well, that's because he high sticked them or whatever.
Yep.
I'd see hockey, I'm like, wow, you guys really like to fight. Okay. You'd be like, oh, well, that's because of this. Right?
Yep.
That's how you know you're from Canada.
It is. It's on their money.
I guess. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to Canada. My parents, I think before I was born, my father installed an air conditioner in the car, so my mom would go on the trip all the way up from California to Canada to the expo, which was like a science expo or something. But they drove like, I guess it's really far to drive from Los Angeles to Canada.
Yeah. Yeah, that is.
It's a long drive.
Yeah.
But Eric, what type of person would install an air conditioner in their car that didn't come with it? That's what type my dad is.
Somebody who doesn't want to be hot in their car, I guess.
He installed it himself.
Well, yeah, probably an STJ, I or E. Maybe,
Definitely was not an E.
maybe an NTJ. That's possible. There's no such thing as a democratic socialist. Socialism is a form of authoritarianism, and a civil democracy is predicated on liberty, which precludes authoritarians.
Justin Trudeau is rumored to be Fidel Castro's son.
That's ridiculous.
Cool. They should make shirts of him, like the Che Guevara shirt. It'd look really good with a little hat.
Well, good for your badge.
I'm gonna go look through the food that you own. I know I brought a few things, but I'm gonna just like peek what you have.
Yeah, go for it. Please.
Sure.
Do you have food over in the pantry thing?
We
There
do
is
have
food in the
some,
pantry,
yes.
but you're probably better off looking in the fridge and freezer. Right. Or a republic, or I mean, the thing is, there's a lot of different words for these sort of things. We have specifically an American form of representative democracy that is uniquely American. Canada's is slightly different. America's is preferable because of the prioritization of rights, and it suffers when the meaning of that word gets muddied. I should probably eat something. Do you feel like making frozen pizzas?
I'll make one. I'm not gonna eat though. I'm not. I know I should, but I'm just not hungry.
Would you mind making me one?
No.
Thanks.
My sweet bamboo. Can I give you a kiss?
Of course, darling. That's what my lips are for.
Aww.
Is your can opener around here still?
It should be. We have the can opener, another can opener.
Well, you know, I can conceive of a majority being treated as a singular or a plural noun depending on how it's used, you know? Like, a majority of people believes. The majority of people believe. Seems like it matters what article you use, right? Strange one. Interesting.
I'm not microwave it, so do you still have that one with the lid? The white one? No, I want to watch stuff while it's microwave. It's in the thing. Okay, I'll just use this actually.
So I tried one of these Strateras or whatever they're called today.
I'm like so spoiled now.
It's some kind of non-amphetamine ADHD medication, and it's a little bit. It reminds me of that stuff they used for shift sleep disorder, they call it, or something like that. Stratera sucks. Well, I also am on a little bit of Adderall, but
Are you using the microwave?
the Stratera stuff, I can't isolate what it feels like from the Adderall exactly, but I think it's got a certain kind of gackiness to it that is kind of so I'll have to try it by itself and see what it does. I think it also has kind of a short cycle maybe compared to Adderall. Like maybe it's got a 4-hour cycle or something. Yeah, well, I'd say mushrooms is my DOC, but really my DOC is Adderall plus mushrooms. That's a good combo.
Does it like potentiate it, or it just sort of goes together?
They go together well because Adderall, it cuts down the serotonin effects of mushrooms. Mushrooms can be too serotonin-y. They make you yawn a lot, and they make you want to lie down sometimes, etc.
Okay.
The Adderall knocks out that serotonin-y part of the mushrooms and lets you kind of enjoy your mushroom trip more. I've never tried Adderall and LSD.
When I did LSD, it was very speedy, so I definitely
Yeah, LSD usually is pretty speedy. I mean, you wouldn't want to do Adderall with mescaline, which is also very speedy. Mescaline's the gackiest speed I've ever taken. And it's not speed. So,
Not a paper towel over that, so nothing bad happened.
okay, I was really worried. Cameron is very, very good house guest. Like, he's very tidy and doesn't leave a mess or anything, you know. So, you know what, Speedy Gonzalez? That's true. Hey, Rachel, can I have half a clonopin? Yes. Thanks. I'm gonna skip the Seroquel tonight. I'm just gonna take half a quantity.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. No,
Hopefully,
I'll get it. I'm gonna take my medicine now.
thank you. Cool. Hopefully it'll degacify.
I think it will.
Fuck Seroquel. You don't think I should take that? Well, you know, I'm sort of remember not taking it from Rachel one time and not liking it, but I'm not sure if it was Seroquel I'm thinking of. So I take a 25 and see, you know, if I like it. If I don't like it, then. But I remember correctly, if what I'm thinking of that I tried before was Seroquel, it made me feel insane.
Wow. Also, there's a chance you would have taken a way larger dose than.
Yeah, that's true. This is just a 25. It's this lamp, Bobby. It's this miner's lamp we found in the attic. It's got red glass, so it doesn't matter what color light bulb it is, it comes out looking red.
When you make pizza and pasta, you really have to put that out so that you get the real Italian restaurant feel.
Not taking Seroquel equals the craziest psychotic episodes ever. Well, I don't take Seroquel. I'm not having the craziest psychotic episodes ever. I would say I'm not having any crazy psychotic episodes. And I'm not taking any Seroquel. But if it's the drug that I remember that I'm not liking, it made me feel crazy. Oh. Well, I don't have any mental illness, so. You know, I don't need to take any of the drugs I take. They're just for kicks. I just like to manage how I feel. Yeah. You two could pass for family. You look kind of similar.
We go to the same barber.
Ourselves.
Yep, the bathroom.
Let me see, I didn't do a great job on the back of my head here.
Getting the back of that neck is a big challenge in life, I find.
You know, I asked Rachel to get my back of my neck.
I've used blue tape before and just stuck it there and then run the thing below the blue tape. And it looks all fucked up. it's better to just not do it at all and fuck it up, in my opinion. So yeah, I just kind of missed that spot.
We also seem to have a similar affect at times. Like right there, he says, I says,
You say I say I do a little fart you can't hear.
Well, despite all of that, we are not related. We are unrelated to one another. Back when I was in high school, I was part of a group of friends which included his older brother Bailey. At the time, I just thought of Cameron as Bailey's little brother. But now, Cameron and I have been friends for a number of years now. And I see Cameron more than anybody else, really.
And I don't think of Eric as Bailey's friend anymore.
Right. Now it's me and Cameron that are friends, and Bailey's just fucked. He's cut out of this equation.
He's screwed. And I assumed that every friend of Bailey's rode skateboards. So when I found out you didn't really ride a skateboard, I was really surprised.
Yeah, I didn't really ride a skateboard.
Yeah. I would have just said, yeah, Eric, oh yeah, he's a skater. Just because he's a Bailey associate. In Las Vegas, I saw a record number of people with nose rings in the middle.
Like
the middle nose ring like comes out each side. Does that mean something, or is that just expression? What is it? Does it mean anything?
It means you could always grab them by that and lead them wherever you want.
There's an actress actually. She's she played White Widow in the Black Widow. Yeah.
I don't think I know it.
So she's gonna be maybe around. She's, I think, maybe a little bit older than Delilah.
Okay.
She recently got her septum pierced.
Who did?
This actress.
Okay.
And I wonder, like, at first I was like, yeah, go you, like, creative expression. So, but then I was also like, that's gonna be so much work for like makeup artists to fill in.
Oh wow.
Look at your septum pierced. Yeah, I kind of flipped out on Mr. Bobby last stream. Without just cause, really. My bad. Sorry about that.
Mr. Bobby, so I used to live in Arcadia, where Eric used to live in Arcadia. In the condominiums where I lived, it was all Chinese people and like my family. And so my neighbor on the other side of the building came over. He knows my mom. He calls me Chris because Chris is the only other white guy who lives in the place. He lives in the back. Chris is like 85 years old.
Oh my god!
Chris does not look like me. And this motherfucker calls me Chris, and I'm like, oh yeah, we all look alike. I literally said that to this dude at my door. I'm like, motherfucker, you can call me Chris?
Hell no.
I
Hell
don't know.
no.
Maybe I know I'm sensitive, but like, sorry. I guess I roll.
I mean, there's a Reddit thread, like, am I the asshole? No, you are not the asshole. Like, definitely not in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, we don't really have any racism up here.
No.
It's not very diverse where we live.
Shredded for a non-gym bro. I don't even know what that means.
Mariposa's not going to win any diversity contests. It's a lot of people that look like me and Rachel.
Yeah. It's like exactly how I am right now, like with scrunchie in my hair and basically wearing whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is nice. Like I don't feel like not that I felt like I had to dress up in Arcadia, but this I don't want to sound racist.
We saw a cool t-shirt the Mariposa butterfly thing said, "Y'all motherfuckers need 2 strokes."
What does that mean?
2 strokes are the kind of engines that chainsaws have.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm remembering. He was walking in the crowd.
Well, okay. Listen, Mr. Bobby, when I'm going off on somebody, whether or not you got shredded or not is irrelevant because I have the only podium here, really. You know, you can say whatever you say in the chat, but I'm at the podium controlling the narrative. So it's not any that I'm good at shredding people regardless of whether they deserve it is not a good thing. Whether or not you got shredded is irrelevant. The point is, I got mad and unfairly unleashed on you. So my bad, and I'm sorry. And all you did was ask a question. What's wrong with being divisive?
Kind of does exemplify what divisiveness does.
And I really ran with that one. So.
Well, without yelling, what is wrong with being divisive?
I mean, the thing is, it takes away from any productive political discourse, you know? It's like,
okay,
you can choose to focus on hot button issues that divide people and take stances on those, but they don't even have anything to do with the law that's being proposed. Maybe it's just like, it's just an issue that gets people to divide into 2 starkly distinct camps and each of them boogeyman out the other group and avoid actually dealing with things as a civil society, you know?
fair enough. That makes sense.
But, you know, I don't need to be such a dick about it like I was this morning.
Sometimes it's a practice run. Then you can say it calmly and that you win the debate.
Yeah, well, I was on a lot of mushrooms. So
It does, yeah.
sometimes things just kind of roll away from me.
They do. That is true. Because I would say for the most part, your trips are very like giddy. They're giddy filled.
They're pretty fun usually.
Yeah, but if there is a hot button thing.
I'm hot blooded. 103.
Oh, you were there, huh, Mac Daddy?
Look, the point is, there's no reason for you to feel critiqued about any of this, Bobby. Even whatever she's saying doesn't need to bother you because whatever happened, it was my bad. What I need to do is smoke a cigarillo. What I'm going to do, anticipation, is be smart. I'm bringing my mosquito killer with me.
Ooh,
The point is, though, Bobby, whatever she's saying is not a critique of you. mosquitoes just die right now. Just before you even bother coming over here, just all of you just die. Okay. Hopefully that killed them. So far so good. I don't hear any mosquitoes. I don't feel any mosquitoes. That's pretty good. But I know about them. They're sneaky little devils. You think, oh good, there aren't any mosquitoes. Then all of a sudden there'll be one. Let me just do a quick cleansing of the air of mosquitoes. Come on, Mr. Man. Come on, mosquitoes. Burn up. There. No mosquitoes. What do you know? Well, I guess once the sun sets, they kind of go away. It's 9:15 now. Even back here, there's no mosquitoes. Well, that's pretty good. Can't go wrong with that. But they're probably lurking, waiting for me to put the torch down. I can hear some frogs down at the stream. I'd like to go down there and try to find one sometime. Just to go down at night like this is when they make their sound. Yeah, flashlight. Find one. Say, ooh, a frog. That would be fun. I wouldn't try to catch it. Unless they were the kind of toads you can lick to get high off of. Then I'd catch it and lick the shit out of it. Of course, I wouldn't know what that kind of frog looks like, so I'd have to research that. I don't think those kind of frogs live around here anyway. I wish they did. Toad liquor. I want to add toad liquor to my list of titles. Because currently, nobody, including myself, can accurately call me, a toad licker. Because I've never licked a toad. You can't even call me a frog licker. I've never licked a frog. I have eaten a frog before.
Wow.
So when she talks about fondness, I'm like, I just have to think
These daddy long legs is.
what it means to me.
Yeah, I think cheerleaders totally mean
Oh my
like.
god, I swear they did these like they put you in
They just need to stop already, you know, with their daddy long legs eating this.
I know. No, seriously. I totally get that because like I would feel awkward too sometimes. We'd
It
be
was
like,
real awkward. I mean, I wasn't looking away, but like, that's so weird.
it is weird.
It's,
And
Oh
they're
my
the
God.
popular kids too.
my aunt told me, my aunt is 75, 78 right now. When she was in high school, this is in like Torrance, I think, the girls' high school volleyball team would play the male teachers at lunch or whatever. Like there was a thing.
Oh my god.
Isn't that sort of weird?
That would
Nowadays
not fly.
standards, that's fucking weird.
Not today, that would not fly.
I mean, if everything was super innocent, that would fly. But then one of the stories was like the teacher, when my aunt was still like 16, 17, there was a teacher asking her mom if he could like marry her daughter or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the teacher, the high school teacher, who's like barely a few years older, or who knows, 10, 20 years older, I don't know, but just like it being appropriate for him, and your daughter's not even 18 yet, and the teacher, who's the current teacher, saying, hey, can I take your daughter?
I can't even wrap my head around it, honestly.
And my aunt is like blonde and attractive, and she always has lived a fabulous, blessed life. Anyone will do anything for her.
Wow.
She really lives a blessed life. No one else lives this life that she does. So she doesn't really ever have the experience of feeling the downside of any of the societal things that she experiences.
Oh my God.
She always has upsides on everything.
That's so interesting.
They just wanted her, so she had more attention and invitations to do nice things and dinners or whatever. And you know, like no one did the horrible thing that might happen to a young girl nowadays. It was still a little bit more conservative at
It
time or
was.
something.
Yeah.
She told me by the 70s though that like women did just like own their bodies, and it was just a cultural change that, you know, you talk to your friends, and if your friends are doing it, you might do whatever it is, but like girls were apparently in stuff, maybe by the late 60s or early 70s, something like women's lib or something was the whole, I don't know if that's the name for it, but she said that girls would like be way more loose with the stuff they would do.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That was the error. Like the 70s was a big error for like women's lib. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it does, obviously it doesn't have to mean if you're liberated you have to like sleep around, but
No.
but to be shamed for doing what a man totally gets high five for, that's what's fair, to have
That, right.
equal treatment under the double standards of society, I think.
Right. Yeah. It is a double standard. In my mind, it's a double standard. I mean,
It still is.
it is.
For sure.
Nobody can get high fives for that.
No.
It's like being sleeping around is not a good thing for anybody.
The locker room, there's locker room talk, you know, and my experience is that guys would totally do that, talk about it, and, you know, just
Yeah.
wasn't super respectful, but it's what happened.
Still happens.
Oh, hey, so we're on TV now. Are people saying anything about us?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
asking
so-
us stuff? Kamoto, we didn't have sex with random people. Maybe some girls did with their boyfriends, but the pill wasn't easy to get. Winston's mom, that's a good point.
That is a good point. Mid to late 70s makes a lot of sense. The 70s is really known for women's lib. I mean, women weren't wearing bras anymore. They were working. What's another example of? They were getting divorced too.
Okay, that was a whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it was like, woo, we're free. I don't, and I get that to a degree, but for
But if all of culture says you're not being shamed for this, does it make one more, like, comfortable with doing it? I mean, it must, right?
yeah, I would think so.
The 70s was also an era of unsupervised youth.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a good point. Now, kids nowadays wouldn't know what that's like. I don't see, at least in the city where I am, unsupervised youth really, or in the cities where I've been, you know, plus or minus 10, 20 miles.
How do you think
You
that?
see them around here, right? Like when high school gets out, kids are all walking around or whatever.
How do you feel like? What do you think about millennial parents?
Them having kids, so their kids' ages would be what? Between what and what are
That's a
millennial
good question.
parents' kids? I'm so bad with so millennials are born in 2000, is that what that means?
Millennial is. I'd have to look it up. What?
Well, I don't know, if you want to maybe just call it young parents,
Yeah. Yeah, young parents.
It's approximately born 1980 through 2000.
oh, born 80 through 2000. So basically all the parents of the children who I worked with for the past 20 years.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I had the fortunate experience of working in nice enough places because I just quit if I worked somewhere I didn't like. So I ended up working for 20 years in the nicest district I know of in South Pasadena. So those parents they may be millennials, but they're also really well-to-do. So I don't know if all millennials are rich or whatever, but to live in South Pass, you either have to be broke and stretching it really hard or rich. So all those parents kicked ass. They didn't beat their kids. Most of the kids didn't punch each other. I didn't see harassment like I saw when I was in school. So I'm not just like violence and stuff that was in Arcadia. So to me, millennials are kind of defined by they didn't get beat by their parents. Or maybe they got beat a little bit and they don't want to beat their kids. For sure they don't want to beat their kids. That's like millennial. And so it sort of goes along with permissive parenting. And I think in the case of parents who are so well-to-do in such a nice area that their kids can have so many activities and friends in a safe place and can play in their street a little bit, it's fine. You don't have to beat your kids if you're not beating them into some submission that they have to be beat into. So the millennial parents I experienced were fine. The kids were great. They're all more successful than me by now. And it worked out fine. I'd rather see kids not beat and dominated, than do what dad says, but they're scared of dad.
Yeah, I agree. Well, that's good to know. That's really good to know. Because I, like being a millennial myself, but being like kind of atypical, like I'm not married yet, and I don't have kids. So like the only things that I hear about millennials that I either read about or are on YouTube. And gauge how we are doing when it comes to parenting. But that for some reason I care about that because I feel like, well, I don't. It's something that I do care about. I want our reputation to be good.
I don't think you can make much of a generalization on generations in general. So, age is much less determinant of what a person is like than their type or something else. You know, there are certain qualities of Gen X that I perhaps have, but Rachel kind of has the same qualities, and she's purportedly a different generation.
Yeah. I would say that I followed more of a Gen X way of living, or like I felt that Gen X kind of like made the cool. So we had like I felt a need to keep the cool. Yeah.
I definitely identify with the 1980s culturally. Like the past 10 days, I listened to music for a few hours. It was all of the Duran Duran albums that iTunes had, and I'm like, all right, save this song onto my 80s playlist, save this song, and just saved like, I don't know, 15 Duran Duran songs. And also, they changed their band name to Arcadia at some point, which is a dumbass name. And had one album, which had a couple decent songs. Eric, do you know Arcadia, the band?
Never heard. I have no idea.
It's Duran Duran.
No, news to me.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
They have one album, and it's okay. Duran Duran's better.
I wonder why they changed their name.
It's a dumb idea.
They, like,
And the music wasn't the greatest, you know.
Was it different from Duran Duran?
Nope.
Wow, that's
Not
so
really.
weird.
I'm not sure why they did it.
Wow, that's
Sometimes artists think they're so badass, like they're gonna change their name to a squiggle or whatever.
Oh my gosh, I saw Duran Duran once, and it was a music festival, and they were the headliner, and they didn't play Rio. How lame was that?
They didn't want to be typecast into their old stuff. They were playing like, they're probably playing the ordinary world, I'm gonna bore you to death.
They definitely did play that, and they did play Hungry Like the Wolf, which I love as well.
Cool.
But I was just like hyping Rio up to my friend, and they didn't play it. I was like, what?
Yeah, you could just get excited by the first 10 seconds of that song. And get all pumped.
Yeah.
Such a great song, the way the flash sounds, like the automatic camera rewind is how the song starts. Man, that's a genius song.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Thank you for making it, Rachel.
You're welcome, of course.
Makes me feel a lot better. Food at the right time makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does. Like, I know, I'm just so not hungry. After that chimichanga, it like really filled me up.
That was a big lunch.
I'm gonna soak that, but I will wash it later.
If you want to just put it in the dishwasher too, I think there's like, let me check.
Oh,
If
okay.
not, if you
Cool.
do what you
no,
want,
if the
obviously.
dishwasher's going, then cool, yeah. I'll go in there.
Yeah, there's stuff in here, so.
Oh, cool. I'll just let it soak a bit because the microwave might have like stuck the stuff onto it.
Totally get it. And again, do as you please.
Sure, cool.
It's a Stouffer's frozen French bread pizza. They're delicious. They're really the heroes of the freezer.
They are. They are. We like those sweet and sour chickens, but
This is always so good.
yeah, it's more substantial, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have those at Price Club, and my brother and I could beg our mom to get those. We could beg her to get sun-kissed soda, probably not get it. Beg her to get, what was that? Orange powder?
Tang?
Tang, yeah, to get a lifetime astronaut supply of Tang that was so hard at the bottom. Like, who'd let your kid eat 5 pounds of sugar? That's what that is.
Oh my god, it is.
But my mom's like, anyway, oh man, that pizza was like the best. My mom resisted getting us all the garbage, but on occasion we did.
Well, these things are so good that I get them even though I have to cook them in the oven.
Yeah. We don't use a rule like that.
No, we're not oven people. But for these things, we'll make an exception. Mmm. Wow. What a big investment. Not investment. What a big change in my overall system.
My mom has an air fryer and she loves it, but she likes fish. So that's what she uses it for mostly. But I don't know what I would want to use it for. I don't know what I would want to use it for. Like potatoes?
What does it do? Does it like heat up oil and it vaporizes or something? Is it like an air, is it a convection oven where air circulates and then you just spray it with like oil and call it fryer?
I'm not sure. I
I'm not
honestly
sure
don't
either.
know.
I feel like it's some sort of conspiracy almost. But I'm glad to hear someone uses it. I've never heard of anyone who actually used the air fryer. So if she likes it,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah, she.
I used to Foreman grill back in the day before I realized, this thing's dirty and difficult to clean. Like everyone else.
Yeah.
Then you go to the thrift store, it's nothing but Foreman grills for like 50 cents. Yeah.
Wow.
Does anyone use Foreman grill anymore?
No.
Maybe George Foreman does.
As a pillow, perhaps.
Well, I imagine that George Foreman has a lot of those lying around, so when one gets dirty, he just throws it away and gets a new one.
He probably gives each of his little Georges another George Foreman for their birthday, for Christmas. So that's going to be like, what is that, 26 George Foremans a year in gifts.
Yeah. He named all his kids George.
Yeah, he did. That's right.
Wow, another person liked the air fryer. That's crazy.
What in the world makes you name multiple children George?
Like I said, I'm going to name all my kids George. That's why. I can see that sort of logic.
Well, I can only think of one name. George.
So like when the parents would call out the kids, like who answered? Did they all just answer?
What's the plural of George? Georges. How many Georges lived in the George Foreman household?
Wow, air fryers are getting a lot of praise.
Yeah,
Maybe that is something.
everybody's singing their virtues.
So Lou de Fay, does it heat up oil and that vaporizes or what? You're firsthand, you're doing science for us. How do you use that gosh darn air fryer?
That's only if you got female Georges. Yes, Rachel has.
The truth is, I'm actually kind of pushing a little bit up against her because I want to be close to her.
She's got a cat headrest.
Yeah.
Lucky.
This is her spot. She loves to sleep here. Although I think she would prefer. She sleeps with you though, Eric, right? Sometimes?
Yeah, I'm often pinned in on either side by a cat. It's frustrating.
Yes, that really is.
Of course, I've gotten to where I'll just dig my feet underneath trouble
Good.
and just physically move him with my feet. And he's just like a bag of lumps, it's like, no, he's as dead weight as he can make himself.
Yeah, he is. I do the same thing. I do to play with him a little bit. Because he takes up so much space.
Yeah, and as soon as you get comfortable, well, he's gonna push it right up against you. So then you have to stay that way forever, or you have to rearrange, and then it's like, oh god. And then the other cat comes on your other side, and you try to turn around like this little area.
Who is the person? Was it like Rumpelstiltskin who got tied up by little gnomes? They laid down. And
No, that was
who's that guy?
Gulliver. In
Gulliver's
Gulliver's Travel.
You're the Gullivers. You're Gulliver to these cats.
Well, that references that image of the guy getting tied down by the little guys. That was an excellent mourning card I got from Barbara Barbarics. I'm meaning to write her. I saved her address around here somewhere. Oh, kittiness, your beauty is astonishing me. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Daddy knows. Daddy lives.
So, Millennial is from 1981 to 1996. So, do you know who do we know that's 1981?
Candace.
Candace. Okay, so all the way from Candace to CJ.
From Candace to CJ are millennials.
Mm-hmm.
When was Delilah born? What year?
98.
Okay.
So she's Gen Z.
Mm-hmm. She's like...
Very beginning of Gen Z.
Yeah.
I wish my cat loved me like how the cat loved Eric.
Oh, the cat loves Eric. Eric loves the cat. They have such a good relationship. It's so cute.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll even see head push.
When I'm ready, I can get head push.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Oh,
thank you.
such a sweetie.
Oh, thank you for the head push. What a good kitty.
What a good kitty.
I don't know how you could really find that many people who actually have the kitten born in their bed and own it. So a lot of people have a cat they haven't bonded with since it's been so little tiny.
That's what I said. I said that she's so, like, she does love to come up to us for pets. And she's so loving because of, she experienced that, like you said, like she was born in the bed, like right next to you. So, and it seemed like Dixie was a loving mother too. So she had, a lot of love. So she's not skittish when it comes to pets and stuff. I love that because I can't help myself. I love petting them, and I love petting Trouble too, but he's not. He's a wild cat.
He's the Lord of Love and Violence.
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if his body hurt him and petting him could, I'm not saying hurt him, but maybe not be as.
It's not a bad theory, but I don't think that's actually what's going on. Personally, it's plausible theory. I can't completely deny it is a viable possibility, but I don't think it's what's going on because depending on his level of calmness is how receptive he is to pets.
Yes.
If it were pain from being pet, then him being sleepy wouldn't cause him to experience pain any less.
Okay.
So
That's good reasoning. Well, he's essentially a feral born cat.
yeah,
So I mean, his natural state is not to have humans, not to be touched by a human. That takes like years of trust, which is what got him to where he is. So.
yeah. Well, we took a serious hit on the trust department when we moved here at first. It took him a while to regain his trust.
Well, I'm sure he's scared right now because he knows I'm here for a while.
Don't worry, everybody. I brought my torch. In case the mosquitoes, I'll make them porch. I can see a lot of little gnats or mosquitoes up there. I did got some of them dead. If they decide to come back and try again, I'll get some more of them. They're up there. No, they're over there. There. That'll teach those mosquitoes. You want to try to bite me? How about you fly through this fire? Then try to bite me, maybe. Then you've earned it if you can fly through this fire. Otherwise, there's just a general execution warrant for you and all of your kind. You don't find anybody out there defending mosquitoes. Nobody likes them. Not even other animals like them. Nobody thinks mosquitoes are good. They're just all bad. Only possible good they could serve is food for daddy long legs. It's like, could you get a less effective mosquito hunter than daddy long legs is? I guess fish might eat them too. But other than that, they're completely useless. don't like them. I declare them species non grata around here. And I'm going to burn them to death with the fiery flames of truth. They can try to argue, no, we have a right to be here. They're going to lose that argument. They want to be around, go be in the forest someplace, not around my house. This isn't my first extended battle. When I lived in Laverne, I had an extended battle with the flies. I was determined to kill them all. I never succeeded in killing all the flies. But it wasn't for a lack of trying. So, some ways mosquitoes are easier to kill than flies. They're just kind of like around, you just fire them. Anyway, there's a new sheriff in town, mosquitoes, and your days are numbered. In case you don't understand, that new sheriff is me. And your days are numbered because I'm going to kill you. You stay outside, Big Moth. Outside. Nope, don't come in. Oh, God, these daddy long legs and this moth, I all want to come in the house. You stay outside. Nope, stay outside. God damn you, moth. Stop coming back over here. Go over there. Go over. God damn it. That moth wants so badly to go inside the house. I keep kicking him away and he keeps going back over here. Go over there. Okay, there. I got rid of the moth. Trouble, you want to come in? He got inside the house. This fucking moth. See that? This is the moth I tried so many times to put outside. He got inside the house somehow.
Oh my god.
I used to use dustbusters in my house. I would use the dustbusters.
You moth need to go outside. Come outside.
That's what we've been doing in the back. We've been doing it in the back, yeah.
Come inside, Trouble, before the moth comes back inside. Okay, well, Trouble didn't make it in, but neither did the moth. He was coming right back for inside the house.
Interesting. Have you ever had a special on Winston's mom? Can we have a special on her? Because she's so interesting. She has so many features and qualities that come out so often, but it's like I don't know everything about Winston's mom.
Winston's mom, a TWFP special episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that moth.
Is it like the daddy long legs too that won't go outside?
Well, the moth was desperate to come inside.
Oh.
It would come, flew up against the door. I said, no, I don't want you coming inside. I threw it over there. And I go to the car to open the door, it'd fly right back.
Oh my gosh.
And I thought I threw him far enough away. I got in the door, closed the door quickly. He snuck in.
Oh my gosh. Eric versus the moth for real.
Yeah. That was quite a persistent little devil. Anyway, he's outside now, so it's Trouble. I threw the moth outside as Trouble was going to come inside, but then I ended up throwing the moth. It hit Trouble.
In trouble?
Yeah, so he think then he was like, and I dropped my lighter too, so he got all skittish.
Oh. Is he outside still?
Yeah, but I think maybe he's getting the moth now.
Hey, that's fine. He's good for pest control.
Yeah, he kills mice.
Yeah.
How many has he gotten that you know of so far?
Well, 2 that I know he killed, or that one of the cats killed.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one that may have fallen into the bucket and died, or may have been put in there by him.
Giving you this present, perhaps. Okay. I'll bet he kills lizards and just, takes care of those guys.
He doesn't go outside that much.
Wow.
All right, here's a card for you, Cameron.
Okay.
What card did Cameron get?
10 of Wands.
What does that mean? Lesbian orgy?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's suggesting.
10 of Wands.
Is that have a rake, we need a shovel?
Yes.
Let's pull another card for you.
Yeah, that doesn't really make that much sense.
That's not a good card. This one. Another lesbian orgy?
5 of Wands.
What's that one?
Conflict.
Let's pull a third one.
Eight of Wands.
What's that
Getting
one?
stuff done.
It's a lot of
quickly.
wands.
Yeah.
Let's pull one more. Let me see your social media.
These are my cards that Eric got me from their store.
This is the meta card.
The Emperor.
The Emperor. You're the King of Kings.
The King of Kings.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Cameron. You're the King of Kings.
I'm actually the King of the Kitties, is what I call myself. Don't need to be the King of the Kings. They would be annoying to king over. I'll take King of the Kitties and nothing more or less.
Alright, now I'm going to pull cards for Rachel.
Ooh.
She gets this one. This one I just pulled.
Yeah, I'm also the Emperor.
I shuffled it around too.
Wow.
You know what? There wasn't. I don't know. So you got the Emperor. You got this one.
3 of Discs, Apprenticeship.
And you've got Eight of Swords. What's that one?
It's like, the Nine of Swords is anxiety, but like the Nine of Swords is also sort of anxiety. It's like a vision of this person. So like yeah, like I'm stabbing at brick walls.
Futility.
Yeah.
Well, for one more. The Tower.
The Tower card. Oh my gosh, what is in store for me?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe.
So now let me pull me some cards.
Yeah. Do you want me to shuffle some of them, or do you want
Sure,
to?
you can do it. I want to go up and see Show Media's comment now. TWFP Snapple Cap Facts. Ruben R is the only typing session besides Clubby and Speed where they were standing up during the whole typing session. Was I standing up?
This is the first one that popped up. 7 of Cups.
What's that, like lots of choices?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It popped out though, so we'll give you.
that's a good one. What else do I get?
I do believe I just saw Toonces the cat mentioned. Shout out to Toonces the cat.
Shout out to Chances.
Whoever mentioned that.
What's this one?
Daughter of Swords.
Okay. Piao.
The Empress.
Piao.
4 swords.
Is that rest?
Mm-hmm.
Piao.
10 of Swords. Been stabbed in the back.
Well, I don't know what any of that means, but I do know that if anybody else wants a tarot card, I'd be happy to pull one.
Yeah, who wants a tarot card?
Eric, all those swords add up to your new chainsaw. You have a power sword that adds up to many, many swords.
Oh, that's
And
what it means.
In
Yeah.
fact, I believe it's like 55 teeth or something. So
Oh
you
my
have 55
gosh.
swords. Kept pulling full sword cards. Maybe it's 29 teeth. I don't know, but it's some number of teeth for sure.
I stand.
Okay. Chris Chapin, this card is for you.
6 of Discs.
What does that one mean?
Give and take or charity.
Give and take or charity. This Chris Chapin, this one's also for you.
Son of Discs.
So, you know, what is that, page
I don't
or
know.
night? It's either the page or the night.
Might be the knight and daughters might be the page. I'm not sure though.
Here's your last one.
4 discs.
What's that?
Holding on to what you feel is precious.
A lot of discs.
Not discs. That's the money cards.
He's holding on to his frisbee golf set.
Winston's mom, here come some cards for you. 1, 2, 3. They'll tell you what the tarot see inside of you. First they see this. What does it say?
It's 5 of discs.
5 of discs.
And this,
Making tortillas.
yeah, I'm making tortillas.
This one came right out.
Ooh, 7 of Swords. Sneaky business.
Sneaky business. And then your last card. Pia.
3 of discs. Apprenticeship.
Apprenticeship.
Yes.
Well, a lot of discs. Well, some discs and some swords.
Yeah, some discs and some swords.
All right, show media. Let's see what you get. Piao.
Ooh, strength.
You get strength. That's a good one. Piao.
Devil.
The devil. And Piao.
Some discs.
So it is. Well, you got 2 major arcana. You're going to need strength in your battle against the devil.
So if you receive a devil card, that means it doesn't mean you're devilish. It means it's something you have to confront or something.
And it usually refers to you being too indulgent in something. It's like the opposite of the temperance card.
It can be a good thing though. Like, say you've been like working to the bone and like haven't indulged in something in a while. Like, it's a card that says go for it. Be a little hedonistic. It can be
Okay.
good for you, yeah. Or like Eric said, it can be like, all right, you're being a little too hedonistic. Gotta watch out for it.
Okay, Mr. Bobby, here you go. Number 1 card says
Daughter of Discs.
Daughter of Discs. That means something. Something important. This one's got all turned around.
Ludafe, these are cool cards too because they're circular, so it specifically says in the directions that you can base your reading on however way the tarot is pulled.
Mr. Bobby also gets the 7 of Cups.
7 of Cups, lots of choices.
Lots of choices, that's always good. And the something of Wands.
3 of Wands. Waiting for your ships to come in.
Waiting for your ships to come in. Well, you gotta wait for your ships to come in. Ruben R., here you go. It's time for your card, doodly-do. 2 cards, huh? Odd number, even number of tarot cards. Only acceptable if it's 6. So I'm gonna have to give you an odd number of tarot cards. These are the laws of the tarot world. Your first card is this, Ruben R.
4 of Cups.
4 of Cups. What's that one about?
Meditation, sometimes boredom, contemplation.
Okay. Your second card is this one.
Ooh. Shaman of Cups. I think that's the King of Cups.
You're the king of the emotional landscape.
It is the 2 of Discs. Balancing.
You're doing chores, you're running errands, you're cupping.
You're having fun, but also watching yourself.
You're cupping your scrotum for good health.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain the optimum temperature at all times since childhood.
Diamond. Are you ready to know your tarot thing? Here it is. Number 1. Diamond got the daughter of something.
Daughter of Swords.
Daughter of
just like you.
Swords. And you also get Nya,
Son of Wands.
Son of Wands. And lastly, Diamond, you get
The Tower.
the Tower. Well, you know, the tarot's in a bit of a pessimistic mood tonight. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it rolls that way. We just have to respect that it's just in a fussy mood.
Yeah, it is. We cupping.
All right, Kojitsu. I am very much shocked. The Lakers got swept by the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
After the Lakers looked so good against the Warriors,
Yeah.
Kojitsu gets.
The tower. This is the third time this came out. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
And
Again, the Ten of Wands. Having a
shovel when you need a rake.
See there's times when
And
Shaman of Swords.
Shaman of Swords.
So the King of Swords. So you're mentally quick today. But you're feeling like, yeah, I really should have brought a rake. And you have a shovel. And things are going to change. There's going to be a bit of a shakeup.
I mean, if you wanted to be extra wild in your interpretation of this tower reoccurring thing, you'd say that since it's showing up for multiple people, it'll be some major event that affects multiple people in different places in the world, like, I don't know, a tsunami or something like that. One might posit such a thing, but I wouldn't worry about it.
Ludaface said that she kind of wants one now, too.
Oh, I didn't do you yet? Okay. I don't know why I didn't do you yet. There's this one. And it is.
And Eric's been shuffling these cards.
Shaman
of
Swords.
Swords. So the King of Swords, you're thinking pretty logically today.
Oh, this one just popped up.
Two of Cups.
Soulmate.
Maybe you've been thinking about soulmates and the forms they take.
This one. Oh, there's two of them. Right, you get two.
Ooh, you get a double.
This one is the
Son of Cups. So you're
Son of Cups.
free-spirited.
And this one is the
Ten of Discs. Family stability.
That's pretty good. You did pretty well.
Yeah, and your family could be anywhere from like real human beings to animals, whoever you consider your family.
Except mosquitoes.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes are nobody's family.
No, they're nobody's family. That was really optimistic. You did get an optimistic one.
Yeah, no tower card for you. I like this picture on the Two of Swords.
Me too. It's cool. I like that it's like she's using the feathers to make it an 8.
Yeah, an infinity sign. Infinity's a really, really long time. Ace of Wands.
I have a Pisces Venus and a Pisces Mars, which squares my Sagittarius moon.
Well, I'm glad you have a Pisces Venus instead of a Pisces penis.
Me too. Good news.
Yeah. So I will show you guys Cameron's cool cigarette dispenser / lighter. Opens up and there's cigarettes in here. A Camel Straights. And you push that to close it, and then it has fire.
Pretty cool.
I want to go smoke one of these outside now. I just got my hits out of it to
Yeah.
use this lighter.
It has to be christened.
Alright. I'll go back outside for a second. I'm not gonna smoke this.
Didn't Two of Hearts, wasn't that Stacy Q?
Totally. That's from the 80s, I think.
Yeah, that is from the 80s.
Like
Two
early
of
20s.
Hearts, I need you, I need you.
She was in direct competition with that girl who sang "Play with the Queen of Hearts." Things like this tend to end up with people getting shot by the cops. Been a while since I had a Camel Straight. That's even more a man's cigarette than a Marlboro Red. Well, go in, because the bugs are going in. I mean, this or Lucky Strikes are probably the manliest cigarettes there are. Let's just smoke Gauloise. Unfiltered Gauloise from France are fucking disgusting. Yeah, this lighter cigarette holder thing is like just an invitation to get shot by the cops. But I think it's cool anyway. Okay, that's a little harsh for me. Put that out, go back inside.
But I don't know, she's glad she was able to fit all of her stuff in. But she's got a really bad back, so it takes it out of her to unpack. And my arms are screwed up, so I haven't been able to help her as much as I would. So hopefully soon we'll.
It's part of moving.
Yeah.
Like even Delilah in her new place, she still like I was like, oh, you look really set up, like, and she was like, no, I have a lot of like boxes in the other room that like I'm still dealing with myself. So it is a part of moving.
Mm-hmm. And at least she did hire actual movers to move all the items, but there still was boxing it up and all that beforehand.
Well, I'm interested in this conversation about aliens that's happening over here. I want to find out what people were saying about it. But I'm also planning on wrapping this up pretty soon. I'm feeling like hitting the schmay.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna do the same. I'll hit the bowl and hit the schmack myself.
And then if the hallway lights bother you, you can just turn them off. I'll probably be like up there at night later on, but
Okay, where does it turn off from? I
The
never
top.
think about from the top.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Sure. I mean,
That's the only way I've been able to figure it out. I don't know.
I just can't like remember if it has multiple.
No, it's
Yeah.
just that one.
Okay.
There's two switches. It's the one to the right, I believe,
Okay.
and it might even be in the wrong direction. It might be in the
I love it.
yeah.
I'm so surprised that this house has a switch in the wrong direction. Like, you would think this house, they would have, like, some OCD person would have fixed it.
I think there was, but at the same time, yeah, I think for the most part it was OCD.
Okay. So I'm going to end this stream and try to get some sleep. I would like to maybe tomorrow, if we're up on the earlier side, try to get to Sweetwater Mine. Today we weren't even heading in that direction, but we could go in the Jersey-Dale way, which is the most direct way to get to it.
Okay.
And hopefully see if that road's been cleared yet,
Let me see. Is it possible that the precious homeowner was left-handed? I don't know. I think I missed something.
Maybe me too. All right, good night, everybody. Thank you all for being here. We love you. See you later. And don't forget to eat plenty of cheese.
Good night, cheeseheads.
Good night.